right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So he says, Jason says, my SVS subs never go into standby when plugged into miniDSP 2x4 HD. Do you guys know how to put the mini into standby, or is that even possible?
Yeah, I don't know. I think my miniDSP stays on all the time. I don't know. I don't think there's a setting in there that you can disable that. So is that basically saying? I mean, I guess my first question is, if you're not using the miniDSP, do the subs go into standby, or if you just unplug them for a while, as far as like the RCA cable going into them?
They should go to sleep.
XLR.
Actually,
right. If they don't, then that's the sub.
Okay. I'm wondering if you're getting any noise coming in through there.
That's caught
that's
like
keeping
always.
It awake.
Interesting. Yeah.
You know, is your gain real high? Because you should be able to. They should go into standby, because it's not like, you know. I think it goes by signal level. If there's a certain amount of signal coming in through the RCA, then it says, "Hey, wake up." You know. Yeah, I think that's kind of odd. I don't see why it shouldn't go to sleep. So yeah, check that. Check to see that your gains aren't too high, and that, you know, if you go into the miniDSP app, you shouldn't see anything coming through if you don't have any signal coming through. Right? If you see that thing like you know, something going up and down, that means you have some noise coming in.
Dancing around, yeah.
He said when the RCA is plugged in directly, the subs do sleep.
Yeah, let us know. Is that something that you see in the miniDSP app? Do you see the actual bars moving at all, or does it look completely blank?
Like it's not working.
Reverend agrees with you. He's saying that, you know, in the miniDSP, if your trims are high, it's it may be feeding enough voltage to the SVS to keep it from sleeping.
Yeah, and if that is the case, then what you want to do is change where the gain is increased. Of course, you don't want to get digital clipping, right? But preferably what you want to do is increase the gain from, let's say, whatever the source is, right? So let's say if you have your gain on your AVR to -12, right? And it might need to be at -12 depending on your other speakers, right? But let's just say that's at -12, but it doesn't have to be. And then you have your miniDSP at +12. You see what I'm saying? It's better to kind of balance that out and maybe increase the AVR to 0 and then not have to boost on the miniDSP. So play around with those settings, but I don't see why it would not fall asleep.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, speaking of subwoofers going to sleep when they shouldn't be, they should be wide awake. If you're using the Spatial Audio Calibration Toolkit, some people have said, hey, I played the call out section and my subwoofer didn't play when the subwoofer was playing. But when they played it in a different section, the subwoofer was playing. You know what that is? That's auto working, because there's no signal going to the subwoofer. And then all of a sudden it says LFE and it plays that pink noise in the LFE, and the LFE is not on. So if you're ever using the Spatial Audio Calibration Toolkit, just set your subwoofer to on if you're dealing with anything with the subwoofer.
Kind of wake it up manually.
Yeah.
Right. Otherwise, it's just going to be like you're like going to be. I tell the guy emailed me. I was like, oh, just set your sub to on when you're using the toolkit. Otherwise, it sounds to me like it's just there's no signal in there. Auto is not detecting anything, and then for the other test that you're running, it's on. So that's just. Now, if you'd like to join us in the after show, make sure to become a patron. It would be patreon.com/daily HiFi, and you get to video chat, you know, kind of like this with us after the show. It's pretty awesome. You should check it out.